the yen recovered today as traders continue to pair short positions ahead of the G20 meeting in Moscow. There were many confusing messages from world leaders regarding the issues surrounding the recent depreciation in the yen, and it's uncertain whether G20 officials will issue a strong statement regarding the topic of currency war. Outgoing Bank of Japan Governor Shirakawa defended yesterday that the bank is conducting monetary policy to achieve stability in Japan's economy, and pledged that it will continue to do so. Meanwhile, Shirakawa declined to comment whether Japan would buy foreign bonds. Russian Finance Minister Suwainov, who holds the G20's rotating presidency this year, said yesterday that G20 countries have always held the position that currency policy should be based on market conditions, and he urged on a more specific stance on this issue. He emphasized that the G20 should move from general phrases to more specific measures. Meanwhile, it's reported that Japanese Prime Minister Abe is close to making a decision on the next Bank of Japan head, who will replace Shirakawa on March 19. Two former Bank of Japan deputy governors are believed to be leading candidates, including Toshiro Muto and Kazuma Saiwata, while Haruko Kuroda is a close alternative. Meanwhile, opposition Your Party leader Watanabe said that both Muto and Kuroda are unacceptable as both are former Ministry of Finance bureaucrats. Meanwhile, Economics Minister Akira said that a former Finance Ministry official as Bank of Japan governor is acceptable and won't hurt the central bank's independence. In the UK, Bank of England policy-maker Broadbent said that there could be more targeted policies alongside quantitative easing to help ease the strains in the financial sector. He noted that doing something directly to help the banking system function better may well be desirable, if problems in finance is holding back recovery. He cited that the funding for lending scheme as an example. And he said that the Bank of England would continue to think about other ways of helping the financial system to improve. Though, he is optimistic on the developments and was quite encouraged by what's happened in the last 6 months to the financial markets, which showed that perceived tail-end risk has diminished. He expects some improvement in aggregate gross domestic product over the next year. Separately, the UK House of Commons Public Accounts Committee said in a report that the Treasury has not convinced us it understands either the risks it has taken on by indemnifying the Bank of England against losses on quantitative easing or the expected economic benefits. It criticised that it has not set out its goals and intended outcomes, and it has limited management information to help it monitor progress, giving the impression of a series of expensive experiments indemnified with taxpayers' money. On the data front, New Zealand dollar was lifted by strong retail sales numbers which showed a 2.1% COP growth in Q4, comparing to expectation of 1.1%.